Welcome to VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. NBA time. Look, I'm going to go ahead and say this. You did an amazing job for the cards that you were dealt. You did a great job for the cards that you were dealt, and I'm going to go ahead and congratulate being competent. I know. But this is the day and age where competence matters, and there aren't too many competent heads of state out there. You know who you are. You know who you are. NBA postponing games because it was going to affect the competition, the competitive balance, and not only that, but the health and safety. The health and safety, I believe that's what they're calling it. Other teams just didn't have enough people to fill the team because of what's going on. And so the game had to be postponed. That was just part of the issue. That was just the beginning. Because you can postpone games, push games aside, push games down the road all you want to. It is the second part that matters. And then I guess ultimately it will be the third part. But I'll get to the third part. The second part is what I'm basically congratulating you for. Basically what I'm congratulating you for. And the second part is rescheduling the games. Because you can postpone, you can push games back all you like and all you want. Other leagues have been doing that with no end game in sight. Meaning there hasn't been, hey, these games are going to get rescheduled and played during this time period, or it's going to be rescheduled and played during these specific dates. It hasn't happened with a few other leagues, but NBA, you have made that second step. Those games have been rescheduled. Those games have been rescheduled, and some have been pushed to make way for those games. That's competence. That's being able to make something nice or something better out of a bad situation, making a bad situation not worse, but a little bit better. And 18 of the 30 teams have had games affected in this manner. 18. So it's not like that it's 1 or 2, 3 or 4, and I don't think that ultimately will affect the season as much, even though there's been some teams that haven't had there have been some teams that won't have to go through this to that nature or to that sense of the matter. However, being able to reschedule the games and having the games rescheduled in a set date for the rest of us can see, a set date saying these games will be played, although it took away or it's taken away some break time or some rest time, the players can possibly get over that or work or find a workaround for that. That's okay. That's fine. They have rest days. I've accepted the fact that that's going to happen. That's going to take place a couple years ago. So I'm not too bothered by that. But I'm ecstatic and I'm happy and I'm grateful and glad and all those other adjectives that you can throw in there, that the games, we can see that they've been rescheduled. And that's the step 2. Step 3 is actually playing those rescheduled games. I don't feel that the competitive balance will be affected in any way when these games get played or when the season is over and the season has been played through. I don't think that this will affect the season in teams in overall state. Not much as has already been affected. Finding a workaround, finding a way to get the season played, because that is what's been agreed upon. I have no say in that. I have no say in anything, but I do want to see if it's going to be this way and this is the agreement. I do want to see competition. I do want to see it being competitive. I do want to see it being fair. And for the most part, I have to congratulate and I have to say that you're going and you're doing things to make it fair, and you're doing things to try to attempt to keep the competitive balance, even though there was points and times where I thought that what's going on here? This team is missing almost their entire team, but the games are still playing. The games are still getting played. For the most part, that's been corrected. There's a few games here or there where the balance just wasn't there, but everything isn't all right or all wrong. There's some nuances. There's a gray area, and I can accept and I can understand that gray area. But for the most part, you figured out a way to go ahead and get these games or get those games rescheduled, find a time and a date and a place to work them in. And that's step 2. It's some other leagues that's not even on step 1. And there's other leagues that haven't even contemplated step 2. So NBA, I don't think you deserve a pat on the back, but I'm going to give you one for being competent. But this is where we are. This is where we are. Competence matters. What do you think? Do you think competence matters? Let me know, or let somebody know. It pays to be not smart, but at least knowing what you do. Right.